So, I'm currently on my way. And let me just explain. Grieving is crazy, right? Like, I'm talking to this camera right now and I'm feeling a little more normal. But then I have these moments where I have these outbursts of crying because I know what has happened, but it's hard to just fully like let it go right away. I remember when I got the phone call, I was in the middle of sleeping, and my family members kept calling, and I kept telling my kids, like, no, tell them I'm asleep. I will call them back. I didn't know what it was about, and then finally it was like, hey, it's about your granddad. And he was such a loving man and such a good, wise man. I was blessed to have a grandfather, because some people don't have a grandfather. And I remember when I got the call, I got up immediately. I had not got tabs on my car because I was getting it fixed. And I remember running straight. I drove straight to the registration place. And I remember my hands were so sweaty and clammy from the news that I didn't have a napkin at the time, and I used my thumb to wipe the dust, from like the tab. And my hands were so clammy. I remember getting to the hospital, I couldn't even write my name, when they told us that he was gonna be passing soon. And it was horrible, let me tell you. It was so horrible. The feelings, and when someone is passing away and it's a process, the chaplain came in. I didn't know anything about a chaplain. And basically, a chaplain is a lady that comes through to make sure you are secure, make sure your family don't need anything, kind of help appoint. Sometimes she appoints, or he appoints, a relative or someone to do certain things. They're really the support for the person or the people who are there. And I tell you what, it was during COVID, and COVID is back on the rise. And that lady came up in there. I'm telling you, she's a bad mother. Okay, a bad mother of God. and let me tell you, that lady was so strong with her personality. And my mother at the time, who was there, and my mom was so strong-willed. And the chaplain lady said, you're going to need to rest. And this is going to be a long couple of days. You're going to need that strength. Don't forget that you're human as well. And this process is also it's also going on in your life. It's never easy to watch someone go in any type of position or way that they do go. It only matters how you respond. My mouth is so dry. I'm sorry. I've been crying and crying and having these moments and these outbursts. A support system is good. Having friends who love you. Allow people to help you and allow people to love on you, whoever that will, because it is a hard process. And I wanted to make sure that I really emphasized on this process that I'm going through, because when I lost my grandmother years ago, I was angry. Oh my goodness. I had so much to say to God. And I knew that these days will come, where other people will pass away, and I needed to figure out a way to just be thankful that I knew whomever that passed. To be thankful to just meet someone who brought any type of blessing or any type of moment to your life where it, it made them memorable. So you most definitely don't want to hold any grudges. Just learn to love and forgive. And it's going to hurt. You're going to feel selfish. You don't want to let that person go. But you're going to have to learn. And death isn't easy on anyone. When I lost my grandmother, it was sudden. When I lost my grandfather, it took time. And you got to watch. And that is hard too. I remember saying oh, if I had more time next time. Oh man, that's easier said than done. It's way easier said than done. So just remember to have love in your heart when you're going through whatever. And you're going to have thoughts. You're going to have to cast those thoughts down, especially ones that affect you in a bad way. Negative thinking don't help. I'm going to tell you that. You're going to have to get past it, you know. But okay, when I get to the funeral home, or not the funeral home, but when I get to the church, I'll keep you guys updated on what's the next step. And we'll go from there. But I'll let you guys know.